Do it. Do it
All
now.
right. All right, we're live. I don't know why we're live, but we're live. Someone stop us, please. Please stop us, because nothing is good. Things are bad tonight.
Flag the video is offensive, and it'll get shut down. So
no, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to get my
okay. Well, you said
all
shut
my
us
content.
down. If you want to get shut down, we'll get shut down. Okay.
Not like that. Not like that.
No, okay, I gotcha. So. You want to shut it down, is what you're saying, right?
So we only have 6 viewers out there. I don't even know if we have any viewers anymore at this point. I don't know why we're still doing this, but
dang, dude, give yourself some credit. People might be coming home from work right now. People might be having dinner.
It's gone down to 5 viewers.
People might be making love right now. They don't have time to go listen to it eventually. People might be making babies right now. You never know. I mean, dude, give yourself some. People will listen. Well, who else is live right now?
Yankee,
Ghost
like always.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He's live every night though. You should change your time, Night Strike.
Yeah, but this is the only time I've got.
Tuesday nights at 8:00. Dude, that sounds good. That way, those of us that go on to Sandhill Shooter can have time for like a pit stop before we go jump on to another podcast. You know.
But then Ghost would be angry at me because I changed my time slot to 8:00.
And he's on at that time too.
Yes.
Well, how about, is there something like around the 5:00 spot that nobody's occupied?
Yeah, but then no one would attend.
How about rocking the 5:00 with Night Strike and his? No, I mean, there you go. Yeah, you could do some 5:00 Night Strike stuff. Yeah.
G23 says at Night Strike, I don't know why you're doing this either. Neither do I. I've given up. I give up. I don't know what to do anymore.
Whatever happened to the old Night Strike that didn't care if nobody was listening? You just did it for the love of the show and the spirit of the 2A. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm losing confidence in the spirit of the 2A, I'll be honest with you.
Nah, it's there. Gun sales are record highs right now. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, I know gun sales are at record highs, but it doesn't seem like getting any gains. I mean,
not yet.
New gun owners isn't necessarily a win, okay? It just means more people have guns.
Once they do, then I think they realize if they want to hold on to those nice, shiny, expensive guns that they bought, that they got to, start thinking about their rights. Otherwise, those nice, shiny guns might disappear.
Well, a good majority of them might also be brainwashed by the other side, and they'll be happy to give away their guns and, lose money on them, too.
Not the people, not the family members I got, man.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm just saying that, people are interesting. Let's just put it that way, okay? We're not trying to insult anyone. It's just you can't. Sometimes people are unpredictable, and you can't predict what a certain group of individuals are going to do.
Yeah, okay. I hear that by December, these new gun owners may start pawning off their guns either for Christmas or because they need money for food or to pay rent. Unless that, stimulus check comes out, and there's no sign of that, it's like I said, people say, if it doesn't happen before the election time, there's no saying it should be guaranteed after the election. So,
well, and their kid wants that new Xbox, and that's $550. Well, what'd you pay for that Glock? $550. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
We'll sell that G17, go pawn it. And when they do, all of us will be sitting there waiting. No.
You're right. Is that for sale? Already for sale?
Oh, hey, you finally got some Glocks in, or you finally got some SIGs in. Ooh, what's this?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we've got some people that have jumped in and on the YouTube side. So let's go through who all's here with us, joining us today. Mystic Guns can jump in if she wants. I did send her a link, but I always send her a link. But yeah, we got Scott P79, we got G23, we got Black Bear Forge, we got Kingpin out there. He can jump in if he wants to. We got New York Outcast. He was in here earlier, but he had to, he had to make sweet love to a T-bone steak. His words, not mine.
Love down by the fire.
So,
yeah.
We've got Did I say we got Black Bear Forge? Yes, I think I said it. We got Mystic Gun, G23, Walter Davis is out there. Pat Hirsch is out there. Hey, Pat, how's it going, buddy? Who else we got out there? I think that's it. That's all we got tonight. So not a lot of people yet. Maybe they're the stragglers. I don't know what. But hey, we're gonna go on. The show must go on. So welcome all to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and we got an interesting panel this evening. I wasn't aware that the teachers union was in town, but apparently Travis.
Oh my God! First of all, it's an association. All right. Second, I've been busy, man. I've been busy. I'm sorry. I've been busy trying to take in the new the new working location and trying to get myself all set up the best I can. And I'm happy to say I'm pretty much caught up. So it's good to be back. I appreciate you sending me the invite, not cutting me off. Every week you send me that invite. It's nice to get that in the inbox. And I'm here. I'm actually awake. I'm tired, but I'm with you guys. So yeah.
Oh, awesome. I'm tired too. I haven't been sleeping well lately. So
well, this hour will pass quick.
So speaking of passing quick, we've got South Texas AR guy here now. He's the YouTuber formerly known as George Cortez, or as we say in Spanish, Jorge
Cortez. Senor Cortez.
Hello guys, how's it going? Hello YouTube chat. I see you all. I'm waving hello. Nice to be here. Thanks for the invite.
And apparently we've been able to wrestle him away from the clutches of the evil supply/gun store. Roll call 219's here.
Hey man, great to be on Hit or Miss again. Haven't been on it for quite some time. I usually work on Tuesdays, but I didn't go to work today, so I'm here.
Awesome. I hope it was just your day off. So.
No.
Oh boy, there's probably going to be a story after the chat. I don't know. Or there might be one hell of a ransom race on Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, last but certainly not least, we've got Defense Dad, who is not working now, right?
Correct.
All right. But he does work. It's just he's not working at this moment.
I'm always working when you go on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays, but I generally have stuff doing with the kiddo.
Well, the Thursdays and Fridays, that's one of the times I could do shows and whatnot. I mean, I've already got time. I've already scheduled time for those shows. So
that's fine, man. I just clarifying.
I mean, I know. But yeah, that's everyone here. So what do we want to talk about tonight? I did send emails out. I did have topics. I don't know if I really want to cover, and I really want to give Joe Biden any more publicity or Harris. So I'm not sure I really want to cover this, but we have to go over a little bit of it. It's just.
How about giving them nicknames? That way you're not really talking directly about them. That way you could say, Knucklehead and Mrs. Potts are on the road again. And they're giving us.
Or I got this. JB and Cam.
How about Karen? Let's just call her Karen.
Karen, right?
No, because she doesn't fit the Karen. She doesn't. She doesn't fit the Karen. So we're gonna call her Cam, and we're gonna call him JB.
Sounds like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon from the 60s, man.
That was the point. That was the point. Hey, George said to give them nicknames, so I'm giving JV and Cam nicknames. So, all right. So what they want to do, I don't even want to read the whole damn article because we all know what they want to do. They want to take away the protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, which basically just protects gun companies from getting sued from victims that are trying that lose family due to unstable individuals that have gotten firearms and have done horrible things. Okay, that's what it does. It protects them from being sued from families, so they can continue letting everyone enjoy the Second Amendment. But because Cam and JB are Democrats, automatically right now, the Democrat Party is against all firearms ownership whatsoever. They don't want you to have guns, but they're not giving up their armed security to be safe. They still want their armed security to have guns. They still want the government to have guns. They still want law enforcement to have guns. They just don't want you, me, or the guy down the street to have guns because apparently, we need to be subservient to them instead of the other way around. That's why we elect them. But again, I'm on a tangent on that. Basically, they want to take away that provision in that act which says that you cannot sue them for deaths committed with your guns by someone unstable. Because last I heard, we don't send guns to prison, do we, Travis?
No, not the last time I checked. I mean, like in certain countries they do that, but generally not here. No, I mean like people like toss parts over the fence and people can assemble stuff. I've been told, but no, typically no.
No, we don't send guns to prison. Okay, we don't put guns in mental hospitals, do we?
Nope.
That'd be a pretty bad idea.
No, so my point is, the Democratic Party has gone so far left and have gotten so polarized, they don't realize that people are held responsible for their actions, not the manufacturer that manufactures a tool. You don't go and sue the car company because you got into it because somebody rammed the back of your car with their car. You sue them as a person. Whereas if someone uses your gun that you manufacture to go and hurt someone, well, unfortunately, the burden should be on the guy that committed the crime, not the company that made the tool. Because that is the literal definition of common sense. But hey, the left says common sense gun control, which is all absence of common sense.
So here's the question, though. Do you really think that the industry is going to let that happen? Don't you think they'd pour millions of dollars into blocking something like that from getting turned over any way that they possibly could?
It didn't help Remington.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I think that the industry is going to see if it happened to them, it can then happen to anybody. Now they realize that it could be legit and it could happen.
Well, look at the pistol brace thing. I mean, nobody else is speaking out about it.
For now, they've backed off on that.
So technically, I heard today that other companies were served with that letter. So I don't understand why the industry isn't coming out and giving backlash for that. So what would make a difference with this? Why? Because this would affect everybody, but doesn't pistol braces affect every company?
Well, I'm just thinking like the sales. All these companies would see their industries completely go under. I mean, I don't think Glock would let that happen, or Ruger or Smith & Wesson. I mean, even though they might have their LEO contracts, that's not enough to keep the company afloat. Yeah. I think that they would probably get together and do whatever kind of lobbying or whatever kind of,
They would have to.
Yeah, in order to prevent it from happening.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to go over this topic because it's ridiculous. I mean, on top of what I said, what Biden wants today as well, or JB wants as well today, he wants to raise taxes all across the board of 62%. So basically, if you make $400,000 or more, they want you to pay more than 62%. And I'm like, wow, no. Running a campaign on raising taxes isn't going to want to make people vote for you.
Well, imagine if he gets elected and he does put forth his comprehensive gun legislation. He would tax you for every high-capacity magazine you have. Go look in your safe and see how many magazines you have. Nobody could afford it. You'd have to give them up.
I ain't giving up shit.
I just got me 10U mags about a month ago.
yeah, I just bought new mags, the other day. I also bought M-Block clips. And if I'm going to get in trouble for, buying, a 20-pack of M-Block clips, then No, it's on. It's on if that happens.
Yeah, imagine 7% onto each magazine that you have.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't believe that they think that's going to get them elected. Do they honestly believe that this kind of thinking is going to get them elected?
Yeah, because they keep on throwing ballots, away.
Yeah.
Well, and then those people that want guns gone, they're gonna be all for it. Any kind of control that they can for it. So
the problem is these people that are saying they want guns gone aren't giving up their armed security. They're not giving up their security guards. They just want you to give up your guns. And last I checked, that doesn't fly with me. That shouldn't fly with anyone. Just because you don't like a certain individual having guns, to protect themselves, that's your problem. But trying to take it away from people who can't afford a 24/7 armed security detail, that's another thing.
Did you see that group that old ComCom wants to exploit? It's like gun owners for reasonable gun control. Did you see that one? That's pretty gnarly.
That's an actual organization.
Unfortunately.
Wow. Dude, that's ridiculous.
Walter Davis is also pointing out that Bryco and Jennings got sued out of business because of the babysitter's boyfriend went through the parents' bedroom, found the gun, and it went off and hit the sleeping child. Clearly manufacturer's fault. No, that's someone looking around in someone's house that they shouldn't have.
What was in the end when this happened to Remington? What was the actual justification that the
Sandy Hook
judge? But how could you say? I mean, what was the actual? Yeah, you can say that happened, but how is the liability tied back to the manufacturer?
I don't know, but Remington literally sold off every division they had just so they could
pay off the legal fees for it. Yeah,
just so they can declare bankruptcy, so that the lawsuit basically is null.
Jesus, that's crazy.
No.
And it's sad and it's awful, but if stuff is like that is going to happen in states that don't value your constitutional rights, I hate to ask, why would you want to live in those states?
I know, right?
Wouldn't.
I don't want to live in a state that doesn't value the Constitution and doesn't value constitutional rights. I mean, I know not everyone has that option to just pick up and go places. I understand that. But the issue is that I don't want to move anywhere that I can't have everything I've got, period. There's just no way.
Well, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of places that are going to let you have every single little bit of freedom that you want, too. I mean, there's restrictions everywhere of some way, shape, or form. So,
I mean, as long as concealed carry is available, or I can keep it in my glove box.
Yeah,
I know you guys aren't going to agree with me on this, but I can handle not having open carry because I live under it already. Okay. Yes, I love open carrying. I did that when I was in Arizona, when I was visiting last time. But I only did that because I had a concealed carry permit, of which I could just put my shirt over the holster and it'd be fine. I'd be concealed carrying, but I had reciprocity. So it didn't bother me. One way or the other, it doesn't bother me. It's just, if you're going to restrict open carry, you must have concealed carry. You must allow people to be able to get a license if it's required, and you must allow people to go out and conceal carry, period. If you don't allow for one or the other, then we have a major problem in this country. I would like to have both. Honestly, I'd love to have open carry in South Carolina and concealed carry. But unfortunately, people are too, even though people in South Carolina love their guns, people are too squeamish about flaunting them apparently.
But yeah, places where you can, and it's not a problem. I mean, you can open carry in Nebraska, nobody cares. You know, you can dive to Kansas, Oklahoma, you got your constitutional carry states. I mean, it's not, there's no bloodbath going on in the streets every day in those places, and they've got constitutional carry, you know?
And nobody cared in Arizona either.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a problem, you know, they would tell people. And nobody really cared.
I mean, I'm sure there's some places that
I walked down the sidewalk, you know, back and forth with a gun on my hip, and no one gave a damn.
Yeah, well, they probably thought your law enforcement nice, right?
No, as fat as I am, I'm not law enforcement.
I wouldn't necessarily say no one cares here, though, Travis. I've tried it twice, and I ran into some carrot every freaking time.
Okay, let me take that back. Where I was living before, nobody cared. I could do it all the time. I could go to Casey's in the morning and get a coffee, and it's like, you know, I'm in a different part of the state. I forgot. People are too sensitive to stuff like that.
The 2 times I was with my daughter, and they started making a scene, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. So I personally do prefer to do the concealed carry. I wish we didn't have to. I think everybody should be able to open carry, but that's the reality of it, at least where we live.
But if we could, and we had always been that way, people would be more desensitized to seeing somebody wearing a gun out in public and not freaking out about it. That's the problem, is because we've let these things happen, you've got generations of people that don't know how to handle seeing a live firearm on a person and don't know how to react to it. And that's part of the problem, is we've let it go. Or it's just or the ability's never been there. You know, we never had the right to do so.
Yeah, and I'm not defending the Karens. I'm just saying it's at least where you and I live. It's not like where I grew up in the middle part of the state. It wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I know we got a little off on tangent on that, but to bring it back around, I don't believe that a company or a manufacturer should be liable for a product they made that's been misused for crime by a deranged individual.
What scares me about that is then that could be used to set a precedent for other products, cars.
Yeah,
cars. It could be used
houses,
power tools, right?
A
hammer,
tools,
a shingle hammer. I mean, geez, anything could be liable from it that somebody's, you know,
literally
a smart lawyer that says, hey, you know,
fireworks.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it could be pushed back to anything, and that there's liability on any kind of clause, you know.
Well, I think fireworks are also covered under the same provision as firearms, ammunition, and explosives are.
But just the idea that there could be a liability suit for the manufacturer because, well, it got passed for guns, and well, why not do it for this or that, you know?
Right. And that's what worries me. If those individuals, if Cam and JB get elected, you know, president and vice president, I'm also worried that JB might get assassinated or he might step down because he's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to last.
Or dementia, and then we're left with President Cam, which I don't think I can handle that.
Who would be her VP?
Pelosi.
Oh my God! I'm moving to Canada. That's it. No, I can't move over there. No, that's not going to work.
You can't. That's too far north for you.
There's nowhere left for us.
I guess I'm just going to have to go to Mexico. You know.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go. I speak the language. We're out.
We might be better off going down to Mexico and fighting the cartels and taking over the country that way.
Here we go. I'll just join the Federales and just go do that. They like guys like us that speak Spanish, no guns. Yeah.
Take all our guns with us and fight off the Federales and the cartels and just, you know, make the United States of Mexico.
Do you have anything to
tequila every day?
Where's the nearest recruiting officer?
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
I mean, you know, it's sad to say that, but right now, you know. Anyways.
Got me terrified, man. Got me terrified.
It is terrifying. It's completely terrifying. Now, I want to get on to our next topic because we were talking about open carry and concealed carry, and it's been in the news. I want to get some opinions on this. I mean, we heard forever how Republicans were so pro this before, and then they waited 4 years and did nothing.
Yep, they let us down hardcore.
And then you know they lost the House, so that literally no bills could get through. They had the Senate, the House, and the presidency, and they wasted it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They did absolutely nothing. And I'm sorry. Doing absolutely nothing sometimes is a good thing, but doing absolutely nothing when you tell people you're going to do something and then you don't, and then you sit on your ass for a few years and then you get voted out. That's not doing something. Mm-hmm. If you campaign on an issue or a topic, you follow through. You don't just sit on your ass and do nothing.
Yeah, pretty much calls it right there. I mean, yeah, that's why I feel like, and that was one. Really.
So what we're talking about, and what we're referencing is the whole national reciprocity bill has come into the news again, and people have asked if it came across Trump's desk, if he was reelected, if he would sign it, and he says yes. But again, I don't know. I want to get everyone's opinion on this, and I mean everyone in the room. So if you don't have an opinion on this, jump out, form an opinion, and then jump back in and give us your damn opinion. Okay? And yes, I know I'm swearing a little bit right now, but it's been a long day. It's been a long day, and I've had to listen to a lot of stupid stuff from the other side today. It's not been great. This is why I don't normally watch the news, and unfortunately the news has really pissed me off today. So, anyways, all right. They asked him if he would sign it, and he said, "You mean national concealed carry reciprocity?" They said yes, and he said, "Yeah, I signed that." Well, I don't know. I don't know. I do. I want to believe that he would earnestly sign it, and he would do something good, but I'm not sure I believe him anymore. I'm not sure I believe him. But again, I'd still rather have him president than the other guy.
The thing is, can he get that to go through? Would that be like an executive order, or how exactly would How would that work? I mean, could it be stopped from being pushed all the way through?
I mean, they were gonna hear the National Reciprocity Bill and the Hearing Protection Act, and then that former Bernie supporter, went and opened fire on that baseball field full of Republicans, and all the hearings on both of those bills were canceled. But that wasn't a Republican's fault that did that. That was a clear, left-wing socialist that was a Bernie supporter that did that. Yeah. But let's just blame the gun instead of blame the person for doing something wrong, right?
Why are you being a mamby-pamby Trump supporter?
I'm not being a mamby-pamby Trump
supporter.
You
are. I don't trust him. You sound like an old, worn-out girlfriend. I don't trust him anymore. I can't trust him.
So I'm not allowed an opinion anymore. You're saying I'm not allowed my own opinion anymore. Okay, that's what you're saying, right?
No, not in a time of trouble.
You're saying I can't have an opinion.
Okay, vote for Biden then. Go ahead.
I don't want to vote for Biden. Quite honestly, our choices right now sucks. And
no, they don't. They don't suck.
No, they do. They do.
They don't.
You never get the candidate you want.
This is the problem.
You get the candidate you get.
Yeah. Well, you know what happens? People are lazy asses and they don't develop good candidates. And then when it comes time to vote, they say, "Oh my God, I don't have any candidates to vote for." That's what they do. So you don't have any right to complain if you're not out there on some committee helping develop candidates for 2024 or whatever the hell it is.
How do you get on those committees?
Don't bitch.
How do you get on those committees? I'd like to know.
Make one. Start one.
You start off on the local level. You get on your city council, run for city council, get on your school board,
and
then
you start. Do that. You don't have to spend 20 years running for office to start.
I got.
Well, I'm just saying, get
in. We started a political action committee.
We started a super PAC. That's how we do.
Yeah, super PAC.
There we go. We'll do that. But
I remember I voted for Ross Perot. Okay, I'm old enough to have voted for him. Okay?
I remember.
Wait,
Ross
was he
Perot.
running
I
again?
don't know, Ross Perot.
No, he's dead.
So I remember he got what 15%. I forgot. I even forgot. I was so disappointed. I thought I'm not voting for another freaking loser.
He got more than
Ever
Gary
again.
Johnson did.
That's true. I forgot Gary Johnson. Wasn't he a porn star? Oh.
No, Gary Johnson was the liberal libertarian that said he was a libertarian, but through a gun he was given away. If he didn't want the firearm, he should have just given it back and said, "Thank you for the offer. I don't really want this," and no one would have said anything. But because he threw it away,
I've been on YouTube. I'm just going to say this, okay? I've been on YouTube since 2006, and I've been watching the gun community ever since then. And the biggest problem is that they're the biggest bunch of fence straddlers I have ever seen in my life. They won't get on a team. They will get on a team if you say, "Do you like ARs or AKs?" They'll jump up and down and kill their neighbor's mom over that argument. But they just won't get off the fence and support a president. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me. And it's caused me to doubt whether it's actually a community or not, or if it's just a bunch of, I don't know, wishy-washy talk. It's just a bunch of talk is all it is.
It's more of a loose confederation than it is an actual.
It's not even a confederation. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Now who's being wishy-washy?
I'm just telling you. Okay, I'm going to vote for Trump. Let's go around the room and say who you're going to vote for. There'll be crickets. I do this every time.
I'll answer first. God damn it, Trump. I'm voting for Trump.
I did 50 shows of Monday Night Live or whatever, and every time I would ask who you're going to vote for, and there would be crickets.
Well, go around the panel instead of saying it. Go around the panel.
I'm asking right now.
Okay, Trump, dude, relax.
Roll call. Who you gonna go for?
I really leaning towards Jo Jorgensen, but I don't think she has enough to push the old senative you're throwing your vote away, like everybody says, because no one gets the chance to listen to her. So I'd have to vote for Trump because Joe Biden is a piece of junk. So there's really no choice.
Right. Defense Dad, do you feel like sharing?
Oh, it's Trump. It's true as hell as Biden.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish, what's funny is that I don't think, as long as you vote, I don't think it is a vote thrown away. Because if we did have a third party candidate and we could
we got one more person to go through.
Oh, sorry.
George.
I'm voting for the lesser evil. I'm voting for Trump.
Right. So am I. So
that's terrible. Lesser.
Well, the candidates are always prevented.
So you're going to
have to choose the lesser of two evils.
You're going to fall off the fence at the last second. Okay.
Hey, there may be some qualities about him that a person doesn't necessarily like, but I mean, if they're still going to vote for him, they're still going to support him. I mean, I don't like everybody about everything.
No,
and I don't agree with all of his policies.
Support's different than not. You don't have to like.
Supporting is not keeping your mouth closed until election day and then deciding, oh well, I guess so. Supporting him is doing what we're doing right now, talking about the good points and the bad points, and the good points outweigh the bad points. Right. So if enough people hear that, they will get off the fence, and we don't have to worry about 100,000 people voting because they're dead, or whatever it is.
No, that's true, dude. That's.
Wait. Hold on.
What is it?
He's not lying.
This isn't too far off. I have to ask if the dead are voting in this current election in October, does that make them undead?
They're pretty much undead if they vote. Yeah.
The dead is going to rise.
But the thing about it is, only what.
Granted, I had to make the Halloween joke. All right.
Travis is smart. He probably knows this. What's the percentage? Only 25% of the eligible voters even vote.
Oh yeah, it's not
very low.
I don't know if it's that high. I was thinking it was more like maybe 20 or even less. I know locally, my God, it's like 12% turnout for votes.
Yeah,
and I'm sure the national stuff is probably mirrored pretty closely to it.
So supporting Trump is just trying to get people to go vote. Look at the liberal push to get people to vote. If they turn out in droves, we're in big trouble. You add that with dead people and cats and dogs voting, you're in big trouble. As an experiment, I've sent in an absentee ballot, and they sent back my application and denied it. And I said, you know what? Every American should be able, in a time of COVID-19, supposed COVID, that you should be able to get an absentee ballot if you just apply for one, right?
Right.
Guess what? Normal people aren't getting absentee ballots. And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but why do I hear all about all these record numbers of people voting ahead of time, and I can't even get an absentee ballot? They say I wasn't sick enough, I wasn't disabled enough, I wasn't Joe Biden enough.
Does every state have their own specific rules about it? Because I thought that's how. Because my wife and I did mail-in ballots, but I don't know if it was considered.
Oh, how does that work? How does mail-in ballots? Is it not an absentee, or is it just how do you get the mail? How do you get the ballot?
We just applied for ours through our local election office, and they got sent to our home, and then it's got our names on it. We filled it out and sent it back in.
But that's not technically like an absentee ballot. It's something else.
Let me ask her. I'll have to mute myself.
Did you have to give like a social security number and birth certificate? I mean, a birth date and all that.
I don't, man. I filled the paperwork out months ago. Let me ask. Hold on a second.
I got to
go ask his wife. So go ahead, ask your question.
I got a question from everybody out in the chat and on the panel. Have you ever listened to Jo Jorgensen speak? Have you ever sat down and listened to one of her town hall meetings?
No.
No, but I don't think your vote is going to be wasted if you vote. I don't think any kind of vote is wasted. That's one thing I disagree with. I think every vote is, because if enough people, if we could ever get this third party going, then yes, we would all be better off, right?
Right.
Well, see, I think that's part of the problem. They don't get a fair shake in debates, in exposure. Their money's not a money machine like the Democrats and
Republicans. They have to make it a money machine. That somebody
exactly.
They have to raise the money. They have to make a serious effort to get a candidate. They have to make a serious effort to raise money and spend money. That's the way the game's played.
And I think one of the main cogs is people are going to have a chance to sort this information out and find it. I watched her speak last night and a couple weeks ago, and I don't agree with everything she says, but I think if you're a one particular voting person, the way you vote, which is the Second Amendment, you should have no doubt but to try and elect her to be president if that's your stance when you vote. Unfortunately, I have 3 platforms that I choose to vote for a person if they align with those 3 platforms of gaining my vote. And I think that's part of the problem. Nobody seeks this information out. I have seen gun channel after person I talk to that says voting for the third party is like voting for Biden. Voting for the third party is throwing your vote away. Is it? Or have you actually listened to this person speak and put forth the issues?
Throwing your vote away is not voting.
Yeah.
Real call, I got to agree with you because I kind of felt like I made my own decision, but I kind of feel like I was pressured in a way because I voted independent back in 2016, and I was going to vote independent again for libertarian for the candidate for Jorgensen, and everybody kept yelling at me, no, if you vote for that person, you might as well not vote at all. But the thing is, how do we ever raise awareness about a third party if we can't get those numbers out there and people are like, hey, wait, there's a third candidate, who's this person? What is there a third option?
Unfortunately, Tony is right on this one. They have to make it about money in order to be able to get enough money to fund a proper presidential campaign.
And I see Kingpin saying third parties need a platform. They do. They need both, platform and money. He's saying platform, not money. You have to have both. until you start putting limits on the until you say 3 parties get $1 million and that's it, then it's going to be about money. You would have to actually limit the amount of money that a party could raise before it wouldn't be about money.
Yeah.
Hey, just real quick.
Okay, we got some comments out there on the side chat. John Brown Production says, I see dead people. The doctor asks, what are the dead people doing? He says, they're voting Democratic.
Just real quick, guys, as a heads up, I asked my wife about this. If you're a registered Nebraska voter, you can request a mail-in ballot. You just have to be a registered voter, and they'll send it to your current address. You have to sign it, and they send it back in, and I don't know, they verify it, and that's it. So you don't have to. There was no special ID, or you just had to be a previously registered Nebraska voter to get a mail-in ballot.
We had in Tennessee, you have to put your social security number and birth date, and then you have to give a reason, and it can't be some mamby-pamby reason either.
Okay.
It has to be like some, I'm disabled, or I think if you're over 65, you can get one.
I've got COVID.
If you're in the hospital, or if you're, well, they're considering 65, exposure, what's the term? Susceptible to COVID or whatever.
Susceptibility.
High risk, maybe. Yeah.
High risk, thank you.
Yep.
But that I think those standards ought to be the same in every state. I think if it's a federal election, there ought to be federal standards that are enforced in each state, and you should be able to vote like you're saying, Travis, if you want to. Through the mail.
Yeah, they make it pretty simple here. I mean, it was not a big deal. I could have taken it to the election office too if I didn't want to put it in the mail. And the election office is only about 5 minutes from where I live, so you have that option too of taking it there. You can drop it off or drop it in the mail.
Yeah, Kingpin's saying the mail-in ballot is actually they're different, and they are because the standards are different to get it. And I'm finding that out just as an experiment. I've tried to get an absentee ballot. It's difficult. It depends, and it does depend on which state you live in, and that's my point. That if the states, I understand states' rights, but for a federal election, we should have more standardized, standards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I agree.
So on this, the election is in literally 2 weeks. Okay, on this day, on a Tuesday. So depending on what happens, this is a head notice for everyone. Depending on what happens on November 3rd, we may be either running hit or miss
extended edition,
electoral edition.
Yeah,
we may be with never enough ammo during his electoral edition, or if E Honda's doing it, we'll be hanging out with E Honda. It's just it depends on whether Matt wants to do it, I want to do it, or if Honda wants to do it.
Let's just have a threesome. Let's just have a threesome, so everybody gets invited. Everybody go live. You just go bounce between them. Yeah,
because we don't. Some of us low lifers don't get invited to those things. So.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. Depending on what happens, we'll probably give you a day or two head notice once we have everything.
It could be a very exciting episode. That might be a hit or a hit that night.
You'll just end up talking about some little gamer toy thing on the shelf.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't like technology. I'm sorry.
Tony, do you want to see my action figure collection?
Technology is not toys, okay?
You want to see my collectible figurine collection? No, I'm just kidding. I've sold them all. I don't have hardly any left anymore. So
I use them for targets. They're called.
They're retro now, so they're worth a lot of money on eBay. So I use them to buy ammo and guns. I get it. It's the lesser of two evils. So yeah.
That's funny you said that because Barrett has some kind of. What is it? He has some kind of figurine from I bought him 16 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's take that to the range and shoot that sucker. And he's like, no way, I'm leaving it in the package.
Oh, that's an investment right there. If I would have left all my toys in their package, I probably could have paid for college, to be honest with you. All the toys I had as a kid. So once stuff hits 20 years old, it's amazing how the value on it just goes up. It's crazy. Actually, I sent about half of them over to roll call. So yeah.
Yeah, I have all his investments.
He's got the rest of my Star Wars figures I didn't sell on eBay, so I had a bunch of doubles and triples. I don't know how I ended up with that as a kid, but somehow I did. So,
wow.
Wait, so we're talking this was
Travis. Not everyone wanted to play as Princess Leia. I'm just telling you that right now.
I had two of her.
Giggity.
Yeah. I mean, the figures, yeah, and a couple Han Solos and a couple R2D2s, and
Okay, less said about that, the better, probably.
Oh, it's just funny. Didn't you all feel kind of funny when you saw Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia together when they were holding hands and stuff as toys? That always kind of freaked me out. Yeah.
No, they were just spending some, quality time together.
I mean, I was 6. I was 6 years old when Star Wars came out. Well, actually, no, the first one I wasn't even born yet. So I mean, I didn't understand the nature of that relationship until it was at least like early grade school and Return of the Jedi came out, and then I finally got it.
Well, what's funny is I remember when it came out. What was just graduated from high school? What year did it come out?
77 was the first one, and then wasn't it? Was it?
No,
was
they
it
didn't find out she was his
Strikes
sister
Back?
until Return of the Jedi.
Right. Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, when we were in the theaters and they kissed, we were like, oh, "That's kind of like kissing your sister or something." It didn't look like
Yeah.
It looked like one of those kisses that didn't really. There was no spark there. If you were in the theaters, it was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 83.
Okay, I graduated in 80. So.
Yeah, I just figured they were really from Arkansas.
Yeah, I was busy being born in the later half of 83, so I wouldn't really know, okay?
I saw all 3 movies in the theater.
Yeah, I did too.
I only saw Return of the Jedi in the theater.
I've seen them all in theater when they did the special edition in the mid 90s.
In special editions, I think I only saw the first one. I didn't get to get the second or third.
No, I went and saw them all because my grandfather and my aunt took all of my cousins and me and my brother to go and see them.
Cool.
So we sat there and watched it. My grandfather was with us, and it's one nice memory being with the grandfather.
Oh yeah, that was good.
So was this was you said the re-releases of what you're when they brought them back out in the theater in the 90s?
Yeah, when they moved Carvelis is live from Jacksonville, Florida.
Who?
One of our viewers.
Oh.
He says good evening from JAX, and that's Jacksonville, Florida.
It's not Jacksonville, like South Carolina?
No, there is no Jack. I don't think there is a Jacksonville.
I thought there was. Okay.
There's a Jacksonville in there's a Jacksonville, Tennessee, even. There's a Jacksonville probably in every state.
Yeah. Probably a Jacksonville, Nebraska, but I've just never been there.
I'm not aware of a Jacksonville, South Carolina.
It's over near Memphis, the worst. The part of Tennessee we've tried to chop off a few times, but we haven't been successful.
Okay, apparently there is a Jacksonville in South Carolina. I didn't know there was one.
Yep. There you go.
It's right next
zip code 29851. So, yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There. Now we know. Knowing's half the battle.
Give you the
Oh.
I had to do that. Anyways,
that JAX is probably short for only one airport in the country, though.
that is the only one airport in that city.
Well, no, I think they have to have individual.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, JAX is Jacksonville Airport. So
was it JAX or LAX? You sure it wasn't LA? It was
LAX is Los Angeles Airport.
Lower Alabama Railroad Crossing.
JAX is Jacksonville.
Gotcha.
International Airport. So
nice.
I mean, in the I live, in Charleston, South Carolina. So the Charleston Airport is CHS.
Very nice.
And believe it or not, they've got all the major carriers. They got Southwest. They've got Delta, American Airlines,
Pakistani International.
Probably one of the other ones. I don't remember all the names.
Air France.
Air France.
They got the Concorde. Yeah.
Air Iran.
Yeah. Qatar Airlines. Yeah.
International. It's only got one engine working.
Anya or whatever it's called.
They've got Alaska Airlines. They got Envoy Air.
Braniff.
JetBlue.
Oak Plains.
United American. They've got all.
Dang. Nice.
New Zealand Air.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
Because I mean, New Zealand's pretty close to South Carolina, so
yeah, just
on the flat Earth map it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like Tijuana is a hop, skip, and a jump away from Tennessee.
Well, there's probably a Tijuana, Tennessee. You might be surprised,
It probably is.
Tijuana, Tennessee.
New Zealand's in the Bermuda Triangle or something, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's like there's like 4 Brownsvilles in the United States. One's in my town, and the other one's like in Minnesota or somewhere, and I can't remember. I can't remember where the other one is. And then you got Monterey, Mexico, and you got Monterey, California.
Yep.
And you got like San Jose and San Juan and stuff. And like, dang man, these
and then
people
in
just
Mexico, there's
copied
a
each
San
other's
Jose
names.
in every state.
Right.
San Jose, Chihuahua, San Jose, Matamoros, San Jose, Veracruz, or
so I guess the moral of the topics and what we discussed this evening is get out there and vote. It doesn't matter what candidate you vote for. Just don't think that your vote doesn't matter, and don't think that you shouldn't vote. You should always vote. Just do us the favor and make an educated vote. Okay.
Sure.
Weigh the pros and cons of every
The
candidate.
Constitution doesn't say you have to be educated to vote. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be educated to vote, but
Yeah.
at least educate yourself on the candidates.
You don't have to be educated to own a gun or have free speech or vote or go to church or.
Well, it depends on what state you live in. The restrictions on some states, so that you shouldn't have to, but unfortunately, you know what happens. They find a way to get after you one way or the other, don't they? So,
fortunately, they do.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they do. So, with that, why don't we go through the room and let everyone, give their outros and, if there's anything we need to be aware of, and then get the hell out of here. So, Travis, you're first.
Yeah, man. Hey, check out my YouTube channel, Travis P11, and make sure you check out everybody here on the panel. They got great channels with lots of great content, except for South Texas Gun Guy. He's got to get that South Texas AR guy. He's got to get that channel launched, man. You got to get some videos out, bud.
Hey, our website,
right.
channel's under construction.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
But you can visit. You can check out from my Instagram.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah,
there you
man.
go.
Is it the same name, or do you go by your?
No, same name.
Okay.
South Texas Air Guy.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And then last thing, we got our little podcast Saturday morning called Caliber Corner, 8 a.m. Central Time. Check it out. Be there. 9 o'clock East Coast time.
The
Is that
sequel
caliber or caliper?
We have calipers.
Caliber.
Caliber Corner. Caliber Corner.
Have you ever heard anybody say caliper for caliber?
Caliber Corner. Not my Yankee accent. We don't enunciate very well.
Yeah.
Talk too damn fast. Yep.
Caliper corner. There you go.
Yeah. We talk engineering. Yeah.
Let's
All
right.
right. A popsicle sticks. Let's get started.
4 centimeters.
You joke about that. I've done that before.
I know we all did elementary school. What the hell was the point of that? I mean, let's be honest.
I even built one of those.
You do the weight tests on it and stuff.
Original helicopters you saw that were just like the superstructure, the exoskeleton of it. That they made in the early 1900s. I made that one out of popsicle sticks and skewers, and it looked awesome.
Cool.
But anyways, moving on. Roll call.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Great to be back on Hit or Miss. Don't know when the next time I'll be on it, but blast like always. You can find me on YouTube at Roll Call 209, Instagram, same handle, and Twitter, where I tweet out some very interesting information that some people might overlook. Don't forget, do have the 700 subscriber thank you going on. So if you want to get down on that, let's go to that video. It's going to be put on hold for a second because G-Web said he's going to send me something to throw in there.
Uh-oh.
So we'll have to wait and see what that man comes up with, because you never know.
It'd be cool if he sent you a puppy.
Yeah.
Marshmallow had a couple extra in the litter, and we don't want to keep it around. So here you go. We'll call. Like it gets dropped off. Like it's a box with holes in it. What the hell?
Yeah,
White dog is in there. That'd be awesome, man. Dude, if you gave away a puppy, man, oh my god, that'd be a drawing. That would be like, that'd be amazing, man. That'd be awesome.
hell yeah. So you can check me out on all those platforms. And again, thanks Night Strike for having me on. Go vote.
Yep. Go vote.
Go ahead.
All right. Defense Dad.
Hey, thanks for having me. I finally got a video posted tonight. It had been a while since.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Please tell me you got footage of Travis P11 breaking your gun.
No, hey, now I got to give you an update on that though. Taurus got back to me, and that gun was actually apparently still messed up. They're just sending me a whole new one, so it really wasn't P11's fault. It was a manufacturer's error.
You're welcome.
Darn it! Darn it!
No,
I wanted video proof that Travis broke a firearm. It was
Dude,
right there.
Guns screw up all the time in my videos. Just watch them. They jam. They failure to eject. It's not uncommon.
No, but Travis.
Go watch my Sky CPX2 videos. I've got hours of
hilarity factor.
On that one.
You were shooting a gun that wasn't even yours, and it broke.
It's drama.
It breaks. Shit happens, you know. Yeah.
No, I just found that out yesterday. They're sending it.
All right. Well, it's good. It's good. So, anything else you'd like to mention? Anything?
Like I said, I posted my sentimental guns value was called out by Travis as he was called out by Kingpin. But check out their channels and everybody else's channels. And yeah, just thanks for having me.
All right. South Texas AR guy, George.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the invite, as always. And check me out on my Instagram channel, South Texas AR Guy, also known as George on YouTube. And hopefully soon, one day, I will have a South Texas AR Guy YouTube channel, which is the page is under the construction right now. So
okay, good.
Guys, vote. Make your voice heard. It doesn't matter who you vote for. We hope you vote for the right person. And just vote, because we need the votes.
We need the numbers.
We need the numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. We need to get those rookie numbers up.
Oh yeah.
So Tony, final words of wisdom.
Can I put a plug in for my friend Tony Simons, diversityshoot.com?
I guess so.
He's having a t-shirt contest where if you put your picture on it and turn it in, you can win something. So anyway, I put a link in the chat or out there.
All right. So again, I'm not monetizing this video, so if you'd like to support me, go over to patreon.com and you can get some content that I occasionally produce, first before anyone else. So it's few and far between, unfortunately, due to current situations. But again, there's that. If you'd like to support what we're doing with GunTube, go over to store.guntube.org and think about buying a patch or, GunTube CLP. We still got a couple bottles of that left. I'm going to put the link out there for that. And other than that, all I'm
Hey, you know what I did last strike? I bought a gun cleaning kit because I couldn't find my other one in the garage, the garage after I moved. It had a little container, an empty bottle in it. And guess what I put in there?
GunTube CLP?
GunTube CLP, baby.
There you go. So with that, guys, check that out. Check out the links in the description. Check out the guys here on the panel, and go out there and vote. Just go vote. At this point, just go vote. All right. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys probably on Thursday. We'll see you guys on Friday as well. I don't know if I'll be able to jump in for Rants and Raves this week, but there might be a possibility. It depends on whether Roll Call is able to do Rants and Raves this week.
Internet pending.
Because we all know his internet isn't the best. That's the problem of living out in the country where they don't have fast internet. So with that, we'll see you guys. We see you guys later. Take it easy. And thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.
Shall not be infringed.
Shut up, infringed!
Hashtag him and that dude.
Felicia, te amo, mi amor. Te amo.
Adiós, Felicia.
Afuera de mi yarda, Felicia. Vete, cállate. Vete.
Wow. Wow.
Ay, no me muerdas ahí, por favor.
Sí.
Bad language. Bad
Vete,
language.
perrita, vete.
So, and all I can end with this is Vaya con Dios, mi amigo.
Oh, wow. That was good.
Hasta